ScreamBoat is the new Mickey Mouse horror movie. Not the first Mickey Mouse horror movie, though some people think it is, which is crazy that they make so many of these. I did a video reviewing Popeye the Slayer Man, so if you like me talking about these fucked up movies where childhood icons kill people, that's there for you, I guess. But yeah, like, I made a video about that, and someone commented in the video that there's been like 4 of those, which I didn't even know about. So that's insane to me that these things come out so fast, which speaks to the quality of these movies, right? Because when you talk about movies, literally copyright, here's the copyright day, you can do whatever you want with it, and they're like rushing to get this shit out as soon as possible. This one, however, was a little more interesting. This movie, I think it might have the same people involved with Terrifier. I know this guy who plays Mickey in this movie is the David Howard Thornton, I think is the name. Could be wrong. Same guy who plays Art the Clown. And, we'll talk about that in a minute. But he's in the movie as Mickey. I think it has the same production company as the Terrifier things. Could be wrong, but whatever. But this movie is supposed to come out in January. Got delayed till April, which is kind of odd for a movie like this, right? Because usually movies like this, they try to make get these things out as soon as possible, make them money. But they actually seem to delay this one, so I'm not sure what happened with it. But I'm kind of gotten to the point where I'm fucking done with these things, essentially, right? Like, I don't really ever want, I'm almost, like, other than the Poonaverse, I don't know if I want to keep watching them, is kind of been my mentality lately. And, so going into this, there was nothing really new for me to check out at theaters, so I just got a ticket, I went to go check it out, and honestly, I was curious just to check this one out, because the guy playing Art the Clown's in it, and I was just curious, and I knew you guys would want to hear me talk about it. So, to say that I actually enjoyed this movie with all that said is shocking for me. I really did not think I was going to like this movie. I was really burnt by the Peter Pan one this year. I think that's going to be on my worst of the year list with the Unbreakable Boy. Those two are just goddamn. I really didn't think I was going to like this movie, but I did. And I think what I enjoyed... Now, I should preface. When I review these movies as good movies, do not actually think I'm telling you these are good movies. I'm reviewing them for the kind of junk food that they are, right? If someone was to, like, review a meal from Taco Bell, they're reviewing the taste, the flavor, and they're telling you whether they enjoyed eating it. They're not telling you it's good, healthy food for you. So if you're like, oh, that sounds like a good movie, let me check this out. Don't think like that. Understand that for the kind of movie this is the movie that they made. So let's start. So as the movie that they made, this movie is a lot of fun. And I think what I enjoyed about this movie is that none of the others, maybe Winnie the Pooh to some extent, really fucking cared about playing around with the IP that they're making a mock of with the horror aspect. None of them had a goofy tone, too. They all tried to take themselves seriously, and none of them work for that reason. It doesn't. So, but this one does. This whole movie, there are tons of Disney references. The captain in this boat, something happens to him. Someone says, "Dead man tell no tales." Pirates of the Caribbean reference. Someone says it's a small world. They're on this boat during the movie, and a bunch of the girls who get killed during the movie come on the boat dressed as Disney princesses, and they make little references to Disney princess. Now some of them felt like a little annoying, kind of obvious. I'm like, when's someone gonna say it's a small world, right? There's a flashback scene in the style of an old cartoon with like a guy named Walt. Now him and Mickey were friends. That kind of stuff. Like, they were using the IP to have fun, and there was also fun jokes about Disney's greedy capitalism. Like there was a joke about uh, lack of creativity, very much making fun of Disney. There's a part where Mickey, after killing somebody, goes over to this thing that says like $6.99, I think for like hot dogs or something, and he swings it over so it says $9.99, and he smiles about it like, "Fuck yeah, we did it. We raised the price." See, that stuff is fun. Like they're playing around with the Disney IP in a lot of ways that are funny and interesting, uh, and you know, there's a lot of like energy to be had here, and also David Howard Thornton has so much fun as Art the Clown. He brings the kind of some of that same energy here. It's it's kind of like, oh, okay, they're having fun with Mickey Mouse, and there's a lot of stuff with that. And you know, there's some crazy kills in this movie. I can't. This, by the way, I'm gonna spoil a kill. Fair warning, but I don't think it really matters. There's a scene where Mickey chops a dude's dick off, and why I'm telling you this is because a mom brought her kids to go watch this movie. Keep in mind, this movie doesn't have Mickey in the title. It's called ScreamBoat. But she brought her kids, like, we're talking like probably less than 10, probably 8 or 9, to watch this Mickey Mouse horror movie where he chops a dude's wiener off. And before that dude gets his wiener chopped off, he's in the middle of getting a blowjob from this girl with her titties hanging out. No judgment. Not saying anything about that, but what I'm saying is like, what the fuck? Like, why are you taking your kids to this shit? It's also weird to take your kids to any of these, because the point of these is to, like, be fucked up versions of your childhood favorites. And what are you trying to do? Scar your fucking children? Like, are you trying to make them terrified of Mickey Mouse? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Some say the costume of Mickey was goofy. I think it worked in the movie and context. Also, I like that they actually used the fact that he's a mouse. You know, so it's not like a giant man in a mouse costume. It actually is played around with. They use the size perspective. There's a lot of fun stuff. I thought overall this was a really fun movie that played around with the idea of Mickey Mouse being a fucking slasher killing people. Is it a good movie? No. But you kind of know what you're getting into when you buy with a ticket to these. Don't go into watching these expecting good movies. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't even know if I'd recommend going to see a theater with it. Though I would say the theater I went to, I didn't think anyone would be there but me. Because usually that's what happens with these. Usually there's like maybe a couple people in the back. There's people there. And they were down to see this. Which I thought was really bizarre. And like the guy next to me, he was laughing quite a bit. Yeah, he clearly was having fun. And I had fun too. I thought this was a fun, fucked up, weird little movie that knew what it was doing. And that's the main problem with these things. Is like, use your IP to have some fun. Don't take yourself seriously. Don't try to be a real movie, because what you're doing doesn't work as a real movie. Man, you know the worst part is they're gonna do a Cat in the Hat version of this movie years from now, and that's gonna be so funny because it won't be scarier than fucking Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat.